the scale of things, is this just a routine meeting or are there some important matters?
No, it's a meeting which I requested because I'm concerned that the British Prime Minister needs to very proactively and personally engage, as he did in the run-in to the Good Friday Agreement, that he must now start applying himself in the same way to move the process forward. I also have concerns about the behaviour of British troops in Tyrone, for example, and in South Armagh. Concerns about the way the two British Army killers of young Peter McBride have been treated. And I'm concerned to continue lobbying the Prime Minister to ensure that the bill going through Parliament reflects accurately and properly all the human rights and equality and the other matters which are very, very crucial. So I see this as a very, very important meeting, given that we've already missed one deadline, and we need to be mindful that we don't miss the legislative timetable which is required to get other matters in place.
What about this question of demilitarisation or decommissioning? What would you do to help that process?
Well, we have not only moved to try and help in that, but we were part of negotiating out, as was the Prime Minister, the mechanisms under the Good Friday Agreement for dealing with that. And that's what we're doing. We're working very closely with the decommissioning body. We are both in the spirit and the letter and ahead of the spirit and the letter of the agreement. And the real crucial matter is that the executive hasn't been established, the All-Ireland Council of Ministers hasn't been established, the implementation bodies and other policy making bodies have not been established.
Do you think it's the IRA Council?
Which are required. So that's what I'll be telling the Prime Minister.
Okay, thank you, folks.
Thanks, everyone.
So Gerry Adams there, at this point,
His own responsibility as the head of the government with jurisdiction, and then we're into another difficulty by May next year. You cannot make progress in the British occupied part of Ireland unless the British government are in leadership all the time on that issue, encouraging, cajoling, nudging the process forward, all the time making sure that it moves forward on a constant and consistent basis. Despite killings by the Loyalists, despite the activities of the British forces on the ground, despite the refusal of the Unionists to keep their commitments, I think is proof of the goodwill of the IRA to make this peace process work now. But we who have a political responsibility have to do is to keep the commitments which we made. Sinn Fein are keeping our commitments. The Unionists clearly have not been keeping theirs. It's now up to the governments to refocus themselves and drive the process forward once again. Inform the Prime Minister through the media to try and inform the public consciousness on the need